Oh, hello, YouTube. Let me know if you hear me okay, because I had audio problems again this morning after a Windows update. So took out my software audio mixer, so I had to redo it. So yeah, I'm flying by the seat of my pants today. So bear with me. This is going to be a long stream. I may need to take breaks. I may make this stream multi-part. You never know. I'm not feeling the greatest right now. Dealing with a sinus headache, and it's just been a hectic morning. So yes, this will be a live unboxing. I need to fix my camera view because it's being a bit. So let me fix that. Da, 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 da. Oh well, it is what it is. Camera one and so. Let's go to that view. All right, so here it is. As you can see, the middle part of my arcade is all taken apart. It's pushed back against the rest of my arcade. This will probably give you a better view. There it is. I've basically I needed room for this, okay, because it's kind of like an arcade one-up build, but I wanted room to work. So, and to be honest with you, I wasn't happy with the middle section anyway. So I was going to do the old arcade shuffle for like the 5th time in 2 months. So all my middle section arcades, all of my arcades are off right now. So you can probably see that on camera. I haven't turned on my arcade at all this week. That's how it's gone for me this week. I've been flying from one end of the city, county, state to the other. I need another week. I'm glad I have another week of vacation because yeah, I only did a 5K run this morning in the gym. I had so much on my mind about what I wanted to do today. I had so many things. I got a new laptop to replace the tower desktop in my home office upstairs, and I've been spending the better part of the last 3 days transferring shit to that new laptop, and that's winding down now. I'm in the process of wiping the disks on the old tower. Everything's moved. The laptop is good to go. I just need to clear off the desktop, put the new laptop in place with a docking station and everything. So yeah, And then I had PT today. So I had a physical therapy appointment, which actually was kind of nice. I actually was able to stop, breathe, slow down, and do some exercises or stretches. And so I'm feeling okay. Biggie D, to answer your question, the box is a lot heavier than an arcade one up. I don't know exactly. I was going to look up on the shipping manifest to see. It might be on the label here. Let me look. Uh, 100. Well, it says 106 pounds, but it definitely felt heavier than an arcade one up box. So it is. Arcade one ups are what, 90, between 90 and 100. This one definitely, you could feel the extra pounds. So, Lee Kirby, good to see you. Stock Jock's here, good to see you. Robot Ron, good to see you. Ted Adam Green, good to see you. And of course, Biggie D's is here as well. Goofy Foot, to answer your question here, I'll pop this up real quick. I got an email last Friday. Was it last Friday, or it might have been midweek? I don't know, last week, that a label had been printed. But he did not actually take it to the post office to ship, or actually, I think he shipped these via UPS. Not sure. He did not take the boxes until Monday, but since I live one state over, this thing showed up on my doorstep the next day. So I was pretty freaking amazed by that. So Monday, GI Joel posts a photo of his van loaded with boxes on the way. And then I was shocked. I didn't expect to see it till after Christmas. And Christmas Eve, there it was on my porch. And to top it off, the driver had to navigate through snow in my front lawn because I had my truck blocking access to the porch. So I'm surprised he didn't leave it in front of my garage door. So yep, Doc Jock, it was 24 hours. And I don't know if that means he took extra means to ship it, like overnight. I hope he didn't pay for overnight. But it got here really quick, and I was very happy. So PB&J says it's snowing. We've pretty much gotten rid of almost all the snow that we got a couple weeks ago. It's almost all gone. I'm not gonna. Oh shit! I forgot something. Let me go upstairs and get my tablet so I can see the chat. Sorry, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Gamer Fridge, Merry Christmas to you as well. All right. Well, as far as I know, and somebody else might have done who's received a GI Joel BuildChoice cabinet. As far as I know, I'm the only one that's done it live or brave enough to do it live. So we'll see. I'm going to take my time with it. Like I said, you can feel free to jump in and out. And as I said, I'm not feeling the greatest. So if I need to cut the stream off and take a break, I will, and I'll just part it out. You know, this will be part 1. I'd like to get through the whole thing, but we'll see. Okay, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you all had a great Christmas. I did. I'm wearing part of my Christmas gift. The hoodie and the pants were Christmas gifts from my gal. The arcade is a mess right now because as I said at the top, I wanted to have room to work here. Yeah, Gamer Fridge. Well, you picked the right place. This is likely to be more than a 4-hour stream. We'll see. It depends. You know, I haven't opened up this box. I don't know what's in it, how easy it is to put together, but we're going to find out. So let me just give a picture of the box. It's not too badly torn up. There's no obvious pokes or holes in the box. Other than people pushing and scraping it against the ground. You can see the corners have been taken off on a couple of ends. But overall, you know, I'm encouraged by just seeing the outside of the box being kind of intact. So anyway, let's start. Oh, you know, I don't have my contractor bag. I need that. Always. I go to Walmart and I buy like a bunch of these 42-gallon contractor bags for my builds. Just to have them and try to keep things as tidy as possible as I'm working. Now, a few of you may have already built one of these. I know Stock Jock has. He's got the same cabinet I got. This will be a Donkey Kong Jr. themed cabinet. All right, let's see here. All right. My gal is on her way home. She texted me and asked me if I wanted anything from the store, and she had a rough day today. She's a Starbucks shift supervisor, and today is usually the most horrific day that they face all year long, because everybody, guess what, got Starbucks gift cards for Christmas. So my PT is actually right next door where she works, and I could tell she was going to have a shit day because the parking lot was just jam-packed, and you don't often see that over there. Okay, so just looking at the box, just trying to see the best way to open this up. It looks like where his logo is. So I'm gonna just kind of tip this down. Oh, that probably wasn't the best thing. All right, so I'm gonna change the camera angle here so you guys can see. Actually, you already got a view. Okay. Yeah, Starbucks just, they're nuts the day after Christmas because all the kids want to spend those Starbucks gift cards, usually teenage girls. At least that's what I saw today. A bunch of teenage girls getting their Starbucks. But normally what she does is after work, she'll go to the gym, which is right next door as well, and get her workout done. Well, she texted me a short while ago, said it was held today. So, God love her. She works hard. All of them do there. Starbucks gets a lot of shit, but they treat their employees pretty well. They got great benefits. And my gal has been there for 28 years. So, all right, just looking at the inside of the box here. Everything looks to be intact. No obvious signs of damage. The box at the top looks like it was dinged around pretty well. Here we have video monitor cable. Let's see here. Oh, we got the GIJoel BuildChoice assembly instructions. I gotta see the live camera on my end, so I make sure I'm holding this up for you. So there we go. It comes with the assembly manual. Take a peek in here. All right, so we're basically going to look in this in landscape mode. Before we begin, tools needed, Phillips wrench for type can lock spots. That's included. Tools recommended, standard Phillips. Yep, got that. All panels are designed with carved labeling that should face inside the cabinet. Yeah, okay. And he lists the contents here. Yeah, that was my worry, Burnt Orange. I was worried about the fact that I was going to have to Google the instructions and read them off the tablet. All right, so I want to get all the parts and pieces out. That's, you know me, that's how I do an Arcade 1-Up build. I go through all the pieces. So this was on the very top of the box. So let's if everything goes well, I'm going to order another one as soon as he's opened up orders again. I will probably make that one a regular Donkey Kong. So here we have our first piece. This feels like the marquee. And it is. Interesting. There's two pieces to this marquee. So, and it doesn't, I'm not sure if both of these pieces are supposed to go together. Maybe. But anyway, there's the marquee. Doc, if you're there, chime in. Was that how your marquee came? So what we got here is two pieces of plexi with the artwork in between. I don't know if he gave me an extra piece of plexi for a reason or... All right, what do we have here? Just a panel with 4 screw holes. Not sure what piece this is to the cabinet, but we'll find out. Here we have another piece of plexi. I'm going to assume this is for the monitor, the front of the cabinet. Okay, Stock Jock, thank you. No, I'm a little confused because the artwork is just, I guess I'm just going to apply the artwork. I have my own marquee actually from, oh, what was the vendor's name? I should know that because the artwork will be a large part of this cabinet. We'll figure that out when we get to it. I'm assuming this is one of the back panels. This is really nice. It's labeled Part B1, but at the top, and you probably can't really see this quite well, but at the top, it has the GIJoel logo, GIJoel Gaming Cabinets logo. That's pretty cool. I like that. Stickersmith, thank you, thank you, thank you. This looks like the kick plate. It's colored, so I'm going to assume this looks like an Arcade 1-Up kick plate. All right, let's continue. I got to say, he takes great care in packaging all of this stuff. Here we have a coin door. So there is our coin door. This place is going to be loaded with parts everywhere. All right, this has an F written on it. It's like Christmas. I'm unwrapping a bunch of stuff. So F2, F1 and F2. All right. And this will just, this is the first piece I've pulled out, but you can see that he engraves it pretty well with how the various parts connect. And then you could see the cam lock holes here. That's really nice. He's already pre-seated dowels in here. So these are loose dowels. You can take them out, but he stuck them in there for you. So that's really cool. Thank you, Joel. Again, this I am not familiar with GIJoel's work. I mean, I know of it, but I've never ordered from him before. So this is the first GIJoel product that I have purchased. I did not buy any of the risers. And it's just because my personal preference was I like the Arcade 1-Up risers. Okay, this piece is labeled Y. Again, I'm unfamiliar, so if anybody knows what those pieces are, chime in. I feel like I got to walk around. Okay. Now I ordered the monitor with this, so it came with a monitor. That's probably one of the reasons why the weight was a little more. All right, we have a box, Raspberry Pi. All right, this is, oh, it's got a dimmer switch in here too. So various cables, power cables and such. Here we have the multifunctional power strip. Ooh, This is nice. So you get a nice GIJoel microfiber towel, I guess, to wipe everything down once you get it assembled. And various power related components. There's a power strip or a power block in here as well. And the joystick ball is actually in here as well. So various cabinet pieces. We have another box here. Coin door parts. Okay. So we've got the coin door. Oh, there's even an Arcades Anonymous like poker chip. This is pretty cool. So that's awesome, guys. I appreciate you, Joel, for including that. I guess I probably should have worn my Arcades Anonymous gear today, but I thought I'd do my gal proud and wear what she got for me for Christmas. Plus, I had PT today, so what you see me wearing is what I actually wore for PT. So I'm going to assume there's nothing wrapped in these balls of paper, that they were just used as padding. Will be one of the first things. Yeah, Vic Vicious. Thank you for your service. I was a little earlier than you. Actually, I got out. I went to the inactive reserve. I went to the active reserves in '91, and actually, I felt like I was wasting my time in the active reserves, and they wanted me to teach supply. And I'm like, I'm a data processing technician. So this is the Pi mount, and this is the actual Pi, Raspberry Pi. So I ordered the Raspberry Pi, and it's got the GIJoel gaming cabinets logo. It comes in a nice Pi case with mounting brackets. So that's nice. Speaking of the Pi, that's one of the things I was working on this morning is preparing an image. Now, Stock Jock, if memory serves, you said you used one of the Buildicade images as a base to start with. And that's exactly what I did as well. I actually basically just took the SD card out of my Donkey Kong Jr. Buildicade, GRS Buildicade, and I copied that image. So whether it works or not, I don't know. I would like to get the GIJoel startup video to replace Glenn's, of course, because this is a GIJoel cabinet. I would like to advertise that fact. Oh, I hit the camera. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna have to set up the controller when it boots. Yeah, okay. All right, here was what looks to be the control panel. He's got the artwork already on there. I'll unwrap this. Just to talk a little bit about Donkey Kong Jr. and what it means to me. This is one of the reasons I started with this cabinet, is because it's my favorite Nintendo cabinet. Okay, you gotta be careful here. I don't want to ding the artwork. Again, he puts a lot of padding. So the joystick is already mounted. Got my 1-player, 2-player, and then the jump button. There's other buttons here. I'm going to assume they go somewhere. But so there's a close-up of that panel. Well, it's not really a close-up, but got your encoder board, your joystick, your mounted buttons here, and I'm not quite sure what these 3 buttons are for, but we're going to find out. I'll just do a quick. And Stock Jock, can you let me know if there's a? It looks to me that there's a piece of plastic film that's protecting that artwork, so I'll probably have to yank that off. Just let me know real quick. It looks like it though. I'm going to assume it is. My gal is home. I told her that I was going to be streaming, so she knows. All right. Yeah, so Donkey Kong would probably be my next one, just to have a matching set. And then what I think I'll probably do with Glenn's FU edition, when that comes, I may make that a Popeye cabinet because I have the Glentendo hood and everything. All right, I do see some damage here, but it looks like it's in a piece of cardboard. So first sign of damage that I've seen, but I don't know if the wood is damaged or not. So okay, so a lot of support pieces here. Mrs. G.I. Joel, welcome. And G.I. Joel. Oh, deck has games on it. Don't peel anything off. It's a laminated layer. Okay. Welcome, you guys. Thank you for all the hard work of putting this together and packing it and wrapping it up. You can tell a great deal of care has been put into this. So a few support pieces, H1 and H2, H1 and H2, then what looks to be B and N, or B1 and B2. And then we got our cam locks and parts and pieces. Normally this side I reserve for my parts and pieces. So as you guys know, I line everything up here. Oh, it's even got a wall kit. Wow, you guys thought of everything for the safety hardware. All right. Oh, this definitely makes one thirsty. I'm glad I only ran a 5K this morning. I'd be winded already. Yes, I am drinking a Pepsi. You know why? Because I need the caffeine. I've been, part of this headache that I'm having. could be caffeine related. I may have forgotten to take a certain pill this morning. So yeah, I love GI Joel. How you've labeled a lot of stuff in here. Your logo shows up in a lot of stuff, and it just. I mean, it's not. These are obviously components that are going to be inside the thing. So, but to me, that just sings your company. All right. See, now you can see he's got his logo right here. What's that say? Build Choice Alpha Wave A-002. And there's actually a serial number on here with an original sticker. Nice. That's awesome. I love how you also, Joel, put the dowels in for us. That's pretty cool. So these pieces look identical right here. So I'm gonna stack those. All right. I'm trying to make sure my camera angles are okay. Still looks okay. I'm still in the unboxing phase, so we're getting down there. All right. This looks to be like the sound panel. I can see a speaker. That was the giveaway. There we are. We all know what piece that is and where it goes. I can pretty much figure that out on my own just by looking at it. And nice little speaker block. I love the color of the cabinet too. That's the reason I started with that cabinet. Joel, you did a great job with the box. I mean, it was heavier than hell. And I really should check my security camera footage of the delivery guy bringing it up to my porch, because I think that would be hilarious to look at. I know they already cussed me out because all the arcade one-ups I've had bought and shipped, but they're good. They're usually pretty good about it. I only once has one delivery driver propped it up against my garage door because he didn't want to bring it up to the porch. All right. Couple of X pieces. Yeah, so looks like there's like a separation cardboard there that's had some indentation on it, but hopefully it's just the cardboard, because like I said, I didn't see too much obviously with the box. So got a couple of uniquely shaped panels here that you wouldn't typically see in an arcade one-up. So I hate to make that comparison because these are way different cabinets. But D1 and D2 pieces. Okay. So looks like these are buttonholes for those additional buttons. This would be E1 and E2. And here's another D1 and D2 panel. So that's funny, GI Joel. He does, huh? Sure. I'm sure that you get a lot of deliveries there. Guys are probably on first name basis and everything. And don't mind me. I know I'm taking a while to unbox this. I'm just trying to be a little bit deliberate and intentional in how I do this. A1 and A2. This is a vinyl piece. Need to take a rag to it, clean it off a little bit, but that's okay. We'll take care of that. That's funny, and this is GI Joel. Yeah, I couldn't tell you the name of my mailman or my drivers. I guess I should know them. Alright, so we have our power cord, and we have another. I need to be careful because, as some of you know, I spoke about it on my stream the other day, but I have back issues. It's nothing major. It's something I could still work out with, but it's there. It's always there. It does affect my workouts sometimes. But if I turn a certain way, it's going to let me know. So this looks like a base because there's feet. There's feet there. Looks like both sides. All right, let's take the monitor up. Okay, so here we have our monitor. And the bezel. GI Joel Gaming Cabinets logo right at the top there. Awesome. Awesome. Kind of reminds me of an Arcade 1-Up, although the monitor here is probably a lot better than what Arcade 1-Up normally gives us. Thank you, Joel, for that. All right, so here we have our cardboard piece, separator piece that looked like it had some indentations. It had an indentation here. The corner here is indentated, but looks like the cabinet pieces are fine. So that's good. We have our Donkey Kong colors here. Oh my goodness, is this all wrapped as one? Yes. All right, so I need to make room. Ooh, that's heavy. This is probably 50% of the cabinet right here, or the box. Okay, just taking a look at the box now that I've lifted that out. Looks like that's it. Okay. Got our handles. Okay, so let's get this box out of here. Again, just to show you, Joel, the only real thing here was this. This is the only major real issue with the box, and it looks like they may have retaped it shut, but didn't. There's no obvious signs of damage or anything on the inside, so a little beat up, but not horrible. It's typical of any arcade one-up box that you might get ordered. So all in all, I think this box did its job. Did a pretty good job. I'm going to pile this over here. All right. Okay, let's bring the Biggie D. I did order the artwork package from Stickersmith. GIJoel does put the artwork on the control panel. So, I mean, there's the control panel, and then the marquee, which I'm still a little bit confused about, but I haven't gotten to that part in the documentation. But we have two pieces of plexi, and then I don't know if this is a temporary, but Stickersmith gave me a marquee, so I'm not sure if I need to use this piece. There's a little damage to the piece right here in this corner. So word of warning, you get out of line in the chat, you're gone. I'm not going to put up with it, okay? You're gone. Keep it clean. I don't want any name calling. I don't want anything, all right? That's not what my streams are about. So I don't care who you are. Okay, GIJoel, thanks. So I'm going to go on the other side because that's where the opening is. I just dropped a piece on the floor. That's on me. Not to worry, it's just a black piece. Just inspecting the upper part of one side. It looks in good shape. No dings, no, well, there is a little bit of a ding here. See if I can hold it up. Right here. I'm not worried about it. It's there. It's it's very minor. So I know there's probably some purists that probably would be all up in arms about it, but all right. So this piece right here has some game instructions on it. There we go. Kind of using every available space here. Oh, okay. Again, just going slow, being intentional. So here's the marquee light. All right. Just kind of scattering pieces all over. I can't imagine what kind of game of Jenga you had to play, or Tetris, to get this all to fit together. Another black piece. So this is just an orange piece here. The internal hardware Biggie D would be a Raspberry Pi. I don't remember what version. I'm going to assume it's probably along the lines of a 3B, but Joel can correct me on that. Okay, this would be one side of the base. Just taking a quick inspection look at it. Molding looks good. Vinyl was a little loose, but I just rubbed it back down into place. Okay. Looks good though. Beautiful work, beautiful handiwork. This would be the other side. Looks good. No issues. Just on quick inspection. And the other top piece looks good, just needs to be cleaned a little bit. A little dust. It looks good. I'm just going to turn this around and show it to you just to see the handiwork. So just looking at the reverse side of this, you can see where Joel has etched out where various components mount to. G2, F2, H2, A2. So, and it obviously this indicates it's probably side panel 2. So all your various components and pieces are going to connect up to here in some way, shape, or form. So I have to remember to bring my furniture polisher down. All right. Think I got everything unpacked. I'm going to set the marquee aside here. Okay, Pi 3B, great. That's what my image is for, so. Oh, man. Okay. Unboxing complete. What did that take us? It took us, what, almost an hour? 45 minutes? I assume you're, GIJoel, you're like referring to the weathered frenzy. I don't know about that. I kind of like them in pristine condition. All right, suggested order of assembly: attach power supply components, attach speaker kit, volume control, add cam lock posts to side panels, attach center panels to side. So it's kind of, the documentation is kind of giving you a rundown of how things are going to go. So I need to get some of this stuff off of the table because I'm going to need as much table space as I can get. Bad back and all. Okay. I'd have to look that up, Biggie D. I'm not sure how much I was all in for. I ordered it a while back, so I'm gonna say it was right around $1,000. It might have been more because I pretty much ordered every option, and Joel can confirm that. Pretty much ordered every option. My camera looks a little hazy. I'm gonna bring this camera over here. And I'm gonna lift this camera up a little bit so you can kind of see. All right. All right, Joel, thank you very much, man. And thank you so much for getting this to me so quickly. You don't know how much I was chomping at the bit yesterday and part of today. I wanted to get down here and put this thing together. So I was so excited. So yeah, have a good time at the party. All right. Attach the power supply strip to the side panel 1. And if I could tell you where that side panel is, I would. Oh, side panel. Oh, okay, so it's an actual side panel. So side panel 1. All right, so let's go locate side panel 1. This is side panel 2. We need side panel 1. And so it begins. Gal and I watched Two Towers yesterday. So the famous line when the orcs attack Helm's Deep, and the king goes, "And so it begins." Okay, so I need the power strip. So here we have a box with all our power stuff in it. Okay, thanks, Joel. Yeah, just over 1,000. Thanks, Mrs. G.I. Joel. Thanks. Appreciate it. All right, so very first step, step 1, we're going to attach the power strip to side panel 1. And just looking at where the holes are drilled, I'm gonna guess it's like right there. Okay. Power mounting hardware. So he's got the screws. And by the way, his parts packages are well labeled. Okay, they're not Arcade 1-Up labeled, like letter color coded, but actually tells you on the package power mounting hardware, and it's packed with the power, so, or the power brick. And it looks like he's used some extra screws too. I have a ratcheting screwdriver. I love this thing, so I use it for all my Arcade 1-Up builds. I'm going to try and do this as quickly as possible, but also as slow as possible. Does that make sense? I don't want to be spending all day on this. But you know, the gal and I haven't planned out dinner yet, so I'm going to assume we're going to do what we normally do on Friday nights, and that's go out for burgers. So that'll be a good celebratory thing to do once I get this together. Good point, burnt orange. That's true. You want quality, but you don't want it expensive. Well, I'm sorry, but quality costs money, and it just does. We'd like to get things as cheap as possible. I chased Arcade 1-Ups like the best of them. We all knew about Console Kit's website, and we all, I personally drove around Milwaukee County to 5 different Walmarts looking for a Simpsons cab. And I will tell you, here's a story for you, okay? So this came up in my mind the other day because it was Christmas Eve. So Christmas Eve a couple of years ago when NFL Blitz went on that fire sale. Remember that, guys? When NFL Blitz went on a fire sale, it was either at Sam's Club or Costco. I can't remember which now. I think it was Sam's Club. Yeah, it was Sam's Club because I signed up for the club then. So a couple of years ago when NFL Blitz was being fire saled at Sam's Club, the only one in my area was in Appleton, Wisconsin. That's about an hour and a half away from me. So Christmas Eve, I called them up there and I said, "Can you please hold it for me? I'll be up there to pick it up." This was during a snowstorm. We were undergoing a really big snowstorm. So, and I discovered coming back that one of my tires had only 17 pounds of air pressure in it. So you can bet I was on pins and needles. Oh, and I also avoided a major pileup. I needle nosed it through the middle. The car's kind of like parting of the Red Sea. They kind of went off to either side, and I just went straight on through. Again, blizzard conditions. So yeah, that was my story. I almost got killed for an NFL Blitz. But and I don't even have that Blitz anymore. I'm kicking myself. I would like to get that back. Yeah, Mike of all trades, you know about that drive. Oh boy, that snowstorm, that was nothing to sneeze at. It really wasn't. All right, so we also have to attach the pass-through outlet port to center panel. All right, so we attach the power supply to side panel 1. Now we got to find the center panel 1 that has the outlet port. Of course, I've got parts and pieces. Oh, here it is. I'm going to assume this is it. Yeah, looks like it. It's an eyepiece. All right, so here's our pass-through outlet. I love this about these cabinets, man. I really do. All right, so it only goes in one way because it fits right in there. Okay. And that's what the other 2 screws were for, so I should have kept those out. Yes, thanks, Jason. But please hit the like and subscribe button. I mean, I've been thinking about making Jason a mod, but I don't have any mods, you know. I haven't felt like I needed them. And do I really want to burden Jason with one more moderatorship? No, I don't think so. He's got enough on his plate. But I do appreciate that, Jason. I had a good Christmas. Aside from what you see me wearing, I got a couple of CDs. I'm a big soundtrack buff. I collect movie soundtracks. And one of my favorite websites is La La Land Records. They have a lot of great movie soundtracks, expanded editions, not the original label-generated CDs for movie soundtracks. These are compilations that this company, La La Land Records, has gone out, authorized with the licensors, and made expanded versions. And so what my gal got me for Christmas was the expanded Moonraker soundtrack. I'm a huge James Bond fan, so so she got me that, and she also, guys, you'll love this. She got me, and both soundtracks are on the same CD set, Office Space and Idiocracy. I have the full soundtracks for both movies on one CD set, so I can't wait to unwrap those. She has the only CD player in the house, stereo system CD player, and I haven't played it on that yet, but I haven't really had time really to dive in and play them. All right, I'm dawdling. We'll find out, Devastator Omega, how big this thing is. Again, the box was 106 pounds. So, all right, speaker kit. So we're done with these 2 panels for now. I'm going to set them aside. The power is mounted. Okay. And all that's left in this box is that nice little microfiber, then this little tool, that this Phillips tool that you'll probably use to do the cam locks that are in tight spaces. I'm gonna set this stuff over here. All right, speaker kit. Volume, carefully insert volume control into the second from left hole on panel E. All right, so I need panel E. That's panel Y. Oh, one of the other things I got for Christmas too is I broke down and bought, this was a gift to myself really. I bought a sound bar for my TV in the living room. Up until now, I've never had a sound bar. And boy, That made a difference. We were watching Two Towers yesterday. Awesome. All right, so panel E, flipping it up here. This side up, volume knob here. Okay. He actually puts a label there. This side up, volume knob here. Thanks, Israel Gaming. I hope you're enjoying yours. All right, volume knob. Now I need to find the volume. Here we go. This is a very interesting piece of hardware. Ah, okay. All right, so Mrs. GIJoel, I don't know if you're still here. I just want to make sure I've got the orientation correctly here. So the side that has the sticker, So just looking at this, it looks like it goes like this. Or does it go like this? I'm having trouble with the orientation here. Carefully insert volume control into the second from left hole on panel E. So that's this hole. Sticker is up and the inside of cab. Okay. All right. So, all right. Only goes in one way. So we got to make sure we do it that way. I'm trying to be as careful about this as I can. There we go. There we go. A little loose, but you gotta put the piece, the cover piece on first, and then slide the sound piece in there. But it does seem to be fine now. All right. Yeah, got that, Joel. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the ring piece was loose anyway, so I kind of figured that part out. All right, so place the board back into the frame and reattach the screw. What screw? Place the board, okay, carefully insert fine control. Place the board back into the frame. Attach the speaker to panel C. Place the board back into the frame. Place the board back into the frame and reattach. Oh, that's old version. Okay. Attach the speaker to panel C. Well, the speaker's already attached, so. Oh. So I assume that these red and black wires will go to the speaker eventually, but do I really want to do that now? I don't know. We'll hold off on doing that. All right. Fun stuff. I've got the volume in. Okay, I didn't. All right, so let's go to step 3 now. Attach cam posts. Okay. So it looks like we're working with panel 1. No, that's panel 2. Just looking at the orientation, that's panel 2. Okay. All right, panel 2. So let's get out our posts. Okay. And it looks like where the cam posts go, he's got little notches next to each location where the cam post is. So that's good. Helpful little designation to let you know, a helpful little reminder where these go. Again, I'm liking this so far, and I realize I'm only into the infancy of this build, but if this goes past like 5 o'clock, I fully anticipate my gal coming down here and saying when we're going to go to dinner. So I might have to interrupt the stream because my gal needs her food. We both work out pretty heavily. I've built furniture pieces with cam locks before, so I'm not new to this. This will be my first arcade. Refresh my memory. Did the At-Games have cam locks? I don't remember. The Legends Ultimate or the Ultimate Mini? I don't recall if they did or not. It's been so long since I bought those. Guys, it's just ridiculous because that Legends Mini, when I bought it, it was like $250 on sale. Now it's like $599. Just ridiculous how prices have gotten these days. Well, you know, naughty MG. It's MG. Oh. We've never met online, but welcome to the stream. I am aware of your existence, though, because I watch all the other streams. And one of my goals during these 2 weeks that I've had off is to jump in a game of walkabout golf with some folks. Sometime this weekend or next week, before I got to go back to work, I would really love to get into some miniature golf. Gonna remind everybody, just be nice in the chat. I'm not putting up with any shenanigans. Yeah, MG, I did add you on Quest. Yeah. Yep, I did. But again, the only times I'm ever online are usually during the day, or you know, like when I'm on a break when I'm working from home and I'm on a break or something, I'll jump in there. All right, I think I got them all on this panel. Yep. So on each of the side panels, so he wants me to do both. All right, so we'll do both. Easy enough. Well, I definitely wouldn't be the most professional golfer. I'd probably be terrible. But I love that game. And supposedly you're supposed to be looking for like golf balls or hidden doors. I just golf. I don't know how you do all that other extra shit. But I just go in there just to hit the ball around and whoops. Gotta be careful when you do these dowel posts, or not dowel posts, cam posts. Oh man, I'm really looking forward to seeing this thing completed. Kind of want to just go straight through. Like I said, I got to get my gal to dinner at a decent time because she's got to. Actually, no, we're off tomorrow. That's right. Tomorrow's long run Saturday. We both go to the gym and we get side by side treadmills, or you know, if it's warm, we'll go to a local trail and we'll do our long run. but during the winter, we do it indoors. So tomorrow is long run Saturday. I've kind of lost track of days. Happens when you're on an extended vacation. A little bit about me. For those that are new here, there's a lot of new people popping in and out of this stream today. I'm a network administrator. I've been involved with computers in one shape or form since the early 80s. And, by trade in the Navy, I was a data processing technician. And it was right around the time that PCs were just taking off, 286s and 386s. Top of my class in PC builds for the Navy. Although I probably could, with all the changes in technology these days, I'm definitely not top of the class anymore. But I was back then, and I just remember because I got to go home early that day from class because I finished my build so quickly. It's funny, MG. Yeah. I'll tell you, and to further let those of you that haven't met me or talked to me before, so I'm 60. All right. I started working out when I turned 50, and one of the reasons I started working out, I started working out because I did not want to be unhealthy going into the latter part of my life. So lost 50 pounds. And then about a year after I started working out, I went and had, the routine age 50 colonoscopy. Back then it was 50. Now it's like 45 is the minimum age for a colonoscopy. And that's all well and good. Should be. I would advocate for age 40 colonoscopies, but I got my colonoscopy, and guess what? Yes, I had colon cancer. Very early stages. So very, very treatable. In fact, my treatment did not involve chemotherapy, so I was very lucky. I had to have surgery because part of my colon had to be removed. And so I kind of doubled down after that. Number one, I couldn't do any gym activity because my core was just wrecked after that surgery. And I'm slowly, even now, 10 years later, I'm slowly getting back into incorporating some core work back into my daily routine. And so yeah, very early stages of cancer, beat it. I've had several colonoscopies since then. In fact, I'm due for one early next year. It's my 3-year, because when you have colon cancer, they basically give you a colonoscopy once a year. And then you graduate to certain levels after that. So I'm at the 3-year level. So my last colonoscopy was 3 years ago. But people, if I say anything else, right, if I preach about anything else, the one thing I will preach is get your colon checked, okay? If you're at that age, or if you have family history of colon cancer, do it. Saved my life. If I'd have just ignored it, not gotten a colonoscopy, who knows what would have happened. All right, just checking, making sure I got all the spots covered. Yeah, Mrs. GIJoel, yeah. Yeah, Chadwick Boseman, man. And I'll give you another one, John Andretti. I followed him, his story quite a bit, and he had an aggressive stage 4 form, and he fought it like tooth and nails. That guy fought so hard. A lot of people don't know this, but in Endgame, Chadwick Boseman was very ill, and he still did it. Nobody ever knew I'm sure a handful of people around his circle knew, but he still did that role, and so every time I watch Endgame, I think about that. Biggie D, I do have before pictures. I might I might share it. I don't know. The largest I ever got, and it wasn't largest I got was like 210 pounds. Actually, more like 215. And I lost 50, but and then I later on after my surgery and all, and I went through a second round of working out. I got down to 147. I bottomed out at 147. So now as I'm doing more weights, incorporating more weights into my regimen, I'm up to 150. Well, right now, as of this morning, 154. So I've put back some weight on. And of course, Christmas cookie season isn't helping. Oh, MG, I'm so sorry. Good for you, Jason. All right, so step 3 done. We've attached all the cam posts. Let's move on. Step 4, now we're going to start attaching panels. All right, so place side panel 2 on the floor. So he wants us to do this on the floor. I don't know. Just I'm going to try and do as much on the table as I can. So I may regret that later. All right, place each center panel into place over the cam lock posts. Each center panel is marked with a letter and a number match each up with their corresponding locations on the side panels. The one side matches to the one side panel, the two side with two side panel. Okay. So let's locate panel A1 or panel A. I'm going to step this up. Oh, there's A1. All right, so A1 lines up with A1. So just looking at this panel piece, so this is panel A, and of course there's it's got black vinyl on it, which needs to be cleaned, but I'll do that later. And one thing it doesn't mention is if I need to put the cam bolts in. I haven't put the cam bolts in. Screw in all the cam posts. Oh, so we're gonna do, this is something new to me. I thought, I've always put the cam locks in first and then, I guess, okay, all right, well, let's do it. So A1, the A1 side goes on the A1 side panel. So you match up and make sure the dowels okay, it's not lining up. So the dowel on this side is not lining up. Why is that? Oh, you know why? Because I didn't have it in right. Stupid. I don't know, Stock Jock. I'm just used to putting the cam locks in first. Interesting. So let's try it. I mean, I'm gonna. Yeah, I guess it does work. So they pop right in as soon as you get them lined up correctly. And you just give them a half turn there and they lock. All right, so I've got my first piece connected. I realize you guys can't see any of that. So let's see if we can't change the view a little bit. So you get to see more. Oh, this is for the joystick. Put that piece aside so I don't lose it. All right, so I need to locate more pieces. So slide each center panel into place over the cam lock posts. Each center panel is marked with a letter and a number. Match each of the corresponding locations on the side panels. All right. Okay, so let's locate F1. That's E. Kind of all over the place here. Don't mind me. Oh, there it is. Okay. So here we have F1. So F1 connects to F1. I'm just putting in the cam locks as I go here. And just Okay. Can't see them, they're so tiny, but the plus and the minus on the cam lock face downward or are on the bottom side when you first snap it in, and then you turn it and they should be at the top. So if you understand, I don't know if I'm doing a good job breaking this down. All right, so H1, that'd be this piece. Again, H1 goes to H1. Ooh, that fits kind of snug. And I'm sure, I've got a boot image ready to go for the Pi, but whether or not a stock check says I'll have to remap the buttons and everything, always a challenge. But we'll figure it out. Thanks, Cornercade. I appreciate that. Okay. So we need D1. I'm glad I got some experienced people that have already built these things. So if I hit a stumbling block, you can encourage me. I do like cam locks better. I do. The image is the image file that you would take of either an exist or downloading an existing image or making your own and then writing it out to a file with a .img extension, Danny, and then you can use that image .img file as a base to load on. That's how I do all of my build-a-cades. I have an image on my workstation upstairs that I just blast onto each new build-a-cade build. Once you get an image built, if you're using this similar Pi and control set, it's really, it's a no-brainer. Using image files is much better. If you need help with that, Danny, I'd be glad to give you a rundown of the software I use to do imaging. You're on your own as far as obtaining ROMs, though. All right, I1. Here we go. I1. This has our external power. And you can see just by the alignment of the labels, I'm putting it in right. He says after he misses the hole. Yeah, baby. Get in the hole. This one's being a bit. You're right. Tight feet. Tight feet. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Just got to work it. Maybe not, but we'll get him. We'll bring him along somehow, some way. Now, just so you know, I understand, Danny, that you're getting a Legends Ultimate. When I speak of images, that's not what I'm talking about with the Legends Ultimate. The Legends Ultimate is a whole different animal. So this, I'm only talking about Raspberry Pi. Now, if you connect a Raspberry Pi to your Legends Ultimate, then yeah, ROM image or a .img file would work. But all right. What's J1? J1. Keep looking in the same areas. Oh. There it is. Hiding over here. This is going to be tight because of the power. Let me double check the step where I attach the power. Okay. This is going to be a problem. Okay. I'm just going to describe the situation to you guys and try and move this a little bit to show you. Okay, so here's where we mounted the power brick, right? Okay, so J1 has to go right here. But you see the, well, you can't, maybe you see it or maybe you don't, but the power brick is in the way of this panel. Okay, so, I mean, the way around that would be to flip the brick. But just going off the documentation, I put the brick in the orientation that it's shown on the document. Well, it's going to be tight. Let's try something. I'm going to pull the cord over in the other direction. Yeah, I see that in the documentation, but where I'm running into difficulty is the board here. Let's do it this way. It's tight. It's tight, but it works. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I see that stock jock, but it's very, I mean, the cord coming out butts right up against the board, the J1, the J board. Okay. That's all right. We got around it. All right. Okay. Panel E1 or panel E. All right, this is our sound. That's E2, so we got to flip this around. This side up. No, that can't be it. Got to go right here. I have no idea how these cables are going to go, so we'll I realize you guys can't see any of this. I should really move the camera around as I'm doing this. Okay. G1. Okay. Now I see where we're getting tight with the cam lock. So let's get our the tool that Joel provides us. What did I do with it? Oh, it's over here. And I'll tighten this cam lock here. Okay. All right, I got them all now. I did side panel 1. I reversed it. That's all right. See, Torque AK explains it much better than I did. So, yeah, you're basically taking a snapshot of a computer is what you're doing. So I kind of reversed the instructions. I was supposed to be working with side panel 2, but that's all right. I've inserted the cam locks and tightened them all. We have a blank page. As we're going from step 5 to step 6, attach monitor bezel frame and marquee. Here we go, fun stuff. Screw in white corner brackets. Yeah, I kind of like to do that when it's flat. Okay. So that's the top. Well, Stock Shock, as I just pointed out, I'm doing this. I've been working with side panel 1. I'm not working with side panel 2, but as you well know, these only go in one way. So E1 to E1, the dowel holes match up, and so do the cam stems. So that's the only way it will go. And I'm trying to figure out where here we have our parts bag for the mounting hardware. I'm just going to throw those on right away before we slide them in. I don't know, Stock Jock. The only way that's going to work is if I put E2 to E1, and that's supposed to be a no-no. I'll bring the camera around. Just take it out temporarily. So the documentation had you working with side panel 2. I have been working with side panel 1. So right off the bat, I didn't follow the directions. So here we have E1 to E1. Is the button supposed to be facing downward? I don't know. Well, see, that was the confusing part. All right. Okay. Let's back the truck up. I'm going to bring this camera over. Figure out how to plug it in. Oh. I realize I may be making people sick by moving the camera around a lot here, but I got to get this in power so that my cell, because this is what you see me moving is a cell phone. So, all right. Check in the power. Charging. All right. So stock check says I got to somehow flip this over. So you're saying this button should be over here. And you're saying that I've mounted the button in reverse. Is that what you're saying? That makes no sense, because if I turn it around, I need help. This is the only way this panel will go in, E1 to E1, okay? I got E1 right here and E1 right there. The two dowel holes line up to the two dowel holes here. The button, the volume button is here. I got it right. Okay. Turn it. What do you mean by turn it? Well, I'm definitely having spatial issues. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, so the volume button is on the outside of this orange panel here. Okay. Get this cable out of here. Whew. All right, we figured it out. See, I'd have been calling GI Joel saying, all right, what am I doing wrong? Tight space there. I'm about to get all cussy up in here. Does the Stock Jock, does the power brick get connected to the external power thingy? Because if so, I'll do that right now. But I'm trying right now just to get the stupid, let's just do it this way. Easier. I realize my back is to the one camera, so. All right, I'm gonna just make that connection right now because it just seems like a good time to do it before this thing gets too closed up. All right. Now, cable management in me, dude in me, says let's tie it or retie wrap it so that it's not a whole bunch of loose cables. Okay. Let's get those cam locks tight. Probably should have done the cam lock first before I plugged it in. Well, cable management is part of every network administrator's existence. I'm sure Multicade Matt will attest to that. And anyone else that's in the field that I'm in and he's in. Gotta have proper cable management. Otherwise, it's a spaghetti mess. And I have pictures of some of the early days when we went to Ethernet where I work. And oh, what a spaghetti mess. Yeah, I went in the hard way. That's me. I do things the hard way. All right. Okay, so let's finish putting these brackets on. That sinus medication I took is not helping. Move this camera over a little bit. So I'm putting the brackets on. I just like to get them on before, you know how Arcade 1-Up does it, as you put them on. Oh, that one's backwards. See? But I caught it. There would have been cussing there. Oh man, it's creeping up on 4 o'clock. I got to step this up a little bit because the gal's going to want to go eat soon. If that happens, guys, what I'll do is I'll end the stream where I'm at, and then I'll pick up with a part 2 stream later. I won't leave you guys hanging. I'll come back again later. All right, so the brackets are on. All right, so I'll make sure I keep these screws. Place the monitor bezel frame in place and screw in the white corner brackets. Slide the marquee in place. All right. All right, so I'm attaching the monitor to the side panel. Monitor is orientated correctly. I wonder if I should have peeled off. Because they're that plastic protector. Yeah. I'm just pulling the plastic around the screws. Oh, baby, come up. Normally on an arcade one up, I like to loosen the screws and pull it the plastic off first, but it is what it is. All right. Hey, Chaotic, welcome to the stream, man. Merry Christmas. All right, marquee. Here's the tricky part. Oh, good. All right, so I got to get the artwork settled here. Uh, okay, I need some guys who've done these before. Doc Jock, how was this marquee? Right. So I have two pieces here. One piece has some, will look to be adhesive. Then I've got my Stickersmith marquee, which doesn't look like it has like a sticker backing. Looks like it just a little longer than well, here's the issue I'm facing. Joel's has some damage to it. So if you look right up here in the corner, right here, there's damage. So tell me though how this goes. Okay, so there's two plexi pieces, and one plexi piece has what looks to be like adhesive. I'm going to assume that's to affix the marquee to it, like so. And then there's this other plexi piece that has like these two black things taped to it. I'm a lot. I'm at a loss of words at how this goes. Well, that's what I'm thinking, MG. But here, I realize you guys can't see this, so I just realized that now. I gotta move the camera again. All right, there. So yeah, 2 pieces of plexi. Looks like, and this is the Sticker Smith marquee. And again, the Joel provided one. Actually, it's way smaller. This one is a lot huger. Huger, is that a word? Yeah, there's a big size difference between what Joel provided and what Sticker Smith provided. So I can't use Sticker Smith. Too big. Yeah, even if I wanted to, it's too big. So I got to use Joel's. Black tape is where the marquee will slide into the cab. So that would be on the backside stock shock? Just trying to get a feel. But that would show up and where's the backlight go? Ah. Stock shock, the Sticker Smith is way too large. See, I mean, I put Joel's on top of Sticker Smith. Look at the size difference there. So the top one is the one Joel provided. The bottom one is the one Sticker Smith provided. Put Joel's on the one with black tape. So we're only supposed to be using one of these plastic pieces, correct? I get that I'll have to cut this down. And in fact, I should probably just do that now. All right. So my assumption is on the one that doesn't have the black bars, has this adhesive here that goes on the ends of the marquee, and you just slide it on top. And it just, that's how the marquee stays in place. And then you just drop it in like this. If you go with Joel's, then put the decal on the one with black tape, but put it on the opposite side as the black tape so that it is facing towards the black tape. Yeah, I'm not gonna go with Joel's. Number one, it's got that damage up in the corner. So, um, having said that, the other piece of plexi that has these two adhesive strips on either side, I got to cut down this marquee to fit the plexi, but it looks like if I cut it down, it'll fit the plexi exactly. So, YouTube, if I cut this down and then I remove the adhesive and then stick the marquee on top of the plexi, I should be good, right? Yeah, stock jock. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this one, Sticker Smith, but I got to cut it. It's 4 o'clock. Ooh, cutting it close. So, consensus. I'm going to cut this down. As straight as I possibly can. We may have to do a part 2 stream later tonight because there's not a Red Robin by me. By the time it got to me from the closest Red Robin in Brookfield, it would be cold. So I can't DoorDash. I don't like DoorDashing anyway. Only time I DoorDashed is after the marathon. I wasn't going anywhere. So I DoorDashed Chinese food. Now, to his credit, G.I. Joel did check in with me and asked me if I had gotten the marquee from Sticker Smith. So that's probably why I got 2 plexis. I could go either route. All right. It's okay. Got to take my time. Don't rush. All right. So now there's the film is on the back. I already verified that. So all I need to do first of all, before I peel that, I'm just going to make sure it fits. Yep. It fits exactly. I did that. I just did that, MG. I caught myself. You saw it. But, you know, if we want to take that a step further, I'll just slide it in here. Looks like it'll fit fine. All right, here we go. Okay. Now I'm going to bring the camera around so you can see that placement. There we go. Looks good. Now my question is, I haven't seen a step where I put the backlight in yet. So did I miss a step? All right, so the backside here, I removed the film and I attached sticker smiths. So we have another piece of plexi that probably goes over this. So I'm going to take off these two black pieces. I'm not sure what they're for, what their function is. The black pieces were not affixed. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to peel this on both sides. Put it over and slide it in. That way that's better. Gotta make sure there's no boogers in it. A lot of dust. Yeah, I think the marquee could use some additional documentation. It took me, I sorted it out, it just took a while. All right, marquee's in. Now it wants me to attach the other side panel. Now, since I did this backwards, let's get the cabinet turned. Oh shit, I turned up the volume on the tablet. I'm wondering where's the talking done. There we go. Ooh. All right, so I'm going to turn this so y'all can see. And again, we're butting up against where dinner time, where I'm going to have to break for dinner. So I probably am not going to get this all done. But y'all come back later, right? All right, let's look at the camera angle here. It is a pretty marquee, though, I gotta say. Israel, to answer your question, yeah, I'll watch them. I kind of didn't want, it's kind of like the review videos on the quarter arcades. I didn't want to watch any of those because I want to try and do a video myself, a review video myself, and I didn't want it to be tainted. So yeah, should I have watched some of these build videos before? And maybe I would have learned about some of these gotchas beforehand. Yeah. That's okay, MG. You could watch it on the replay. All right, so let's get the other side panel. Now, this is where it's going to get tricky. With the cam lock. I'm just pre-placing some of these cam locks just because it would be easier that way. Burnt orange, Sticker Smith's, I would say, is better. And that's no knock against Joel. His work is quality. It's just I think Sticker Smith did a great job with it. The color is deeper, I think. Oh, my head is throbbing right now, guys. Probably should have started in the morning and just worked all day on it. But I had other things going on this morning. I had to pay the mortgage, you know, kind of important. Importanter. All right. I've got cam locks where they need to go, and my gal's taking a shower. All right. Let's get this puppy on, huh? Got to get it orientated, right? And already one of the cam bolts fell out. That's the problem with pre-placing them. Yep. They're just Yep. Bolts are hating me. This is where I would need my headlamp. So much for pre-placing the bolt for the locks. They're all falling out. Oh, man. Too funny. All right, so the marquee is not fully seated. Wait, before I get any further, where, all right, I'm going to stop because where is the backlight? Yeah, the marquee light. I don't recall seeing an instruction for that. Slide the marquee in place, but no mention of the marquee light. Yeah, cornercade, that's easy for you to say, but you haven't seen where some of these are placed. It's going to be a nightmare trying to get them in there. All right. Well, first of all, let me pick up all these damn bolts, since that's pretty worthless. I was just trying to save some grief, but apparently grief is not going to be saved. So we'll pull them out. All right, panel G. Well, no. Marquee is K. Okay, one. It's just held by dowels. All right. Okay, so the light is in. I'll run the wire a little bit. So but my main concern is that this marquee is not feeding. All right. Oh. So we're going to make another stab at putting this on. Okay, I'm missing a piece. I am missing a piece. There's obviously a piece that goes in here. I don't know where this piece goes. Speaker panel, yeah, makes sense. Yep, it says C2. All right. Well, how the hell are you supposed to get in with a cam lock on this guy? How are you supposed to get inside there and put a tighten a cam lock? Oh my God. Cussing is about to commence. There we go. Had to fit the marquee a little bit better. There we go. That looks better. There's one cam lock that I have no idea how I'm going to get to. Oh. Come on. This backlight piece is going to give me fit. There. Tweak the monitor a little bit. All right, we're in. Well, no, we're not. All right, I guess I got to go one cam lock at a time and just do it. The key is going to be figuring out orientation here. This is going to take time because I'm doing it blind. It doesn't help that I'm blind to begin with. So you just got to kind of feel, and thankfully, you only got to go half a turn on these things. Just got to take it one step at a time, really. I'm glad he included this tool, though. I'm not the best at spatial orientation, so bear with me. I'm having a hard time. One thing's for sure, once you get these in, it's going to be one of the sturdiest cabinets. All right. 2 cam locks are in. Well, it's looking pretty so far. That one's an easy one. Oof. Yeah, stock jock. I have a feeling it'll be worth it, though. All the pain and suffering, but it ain't helping my back. That's for sure. So it's not for the weak. You got a weak back. Might want to rest up before you dive into one of these. So I'm kind of locating the ones, the cam locks that I can easily get to. There's going to be a couple of challenging ones. I see what you're saying, though, Stock Jock, about the holy crap, you do have to be a contortionist. To get up, and some of these cam areas are like way up in there. Holy Moses. I'm trying to get up there with a real screwdriver. There it is. There's a little bit of a hole you can see through. All right. That one was rough. So these some of these cams are going to be really tricky. Oh, there's 2. Oh, that one I can get at from the outside. Yay! One that's easy. Oh, boy. That's awkward as hell. Get in the hole. All right, now I got to get one into a tough spot. I wish this is one of those times where I really wish I had glasses cam so you could see what I'm seeing, you know. Probably would have been more advantageous on this build so that you could see what I'm saying. Okay, I'm going to need this angled screwdriver now. And it's good that he put these holes where he did, because you can see them as you're in the awkward spaces. Oh, boy, this is awkward on my back. Okay, that one's in. I got the one in right here. That's good. No other ones there. Am I missing any here? Nope, that one's in. Oh, I'm missing one there. So one on the back side here. Oh. Yeah, right there. Now this is tough because I can't see this one in the bottom D panel. I kind of have to just do it by feel. All right, that one's in. I think that was the last one on the bottom. All right, now we get to go to this side. I might be able to get the screwdriver in there. Nope. Nope. Tell you what, I couldn't be doing this on the floor, that's for sure. Okay. And there's one on the side here. Okay. All right, now I got one here on the end. Ooh, I'm working up an appetite, guys. When I break for dinner, I'm gonna have the biggest burger. I'm sure somebody will turn this into a Sora video. starring me. All right. I got that one in. I got that one in. Can't really see anything on the other side of the marquee, so I think I'm done. I think I got all of them in. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I think 5 o'clock is going to be my stopping time. So it's 4:38 now. I'm going to keep going for a little while. So the side panel is attached. The top unit is done. So how heavy is this thing? Oh, it's heavy. It's a heavy mamma jamma. Oh, shit. Oh! I may stop now, guys, because you know what? I just noticed a major problem. I'm about ready to show it to you. You're going to laugh when you see this. Don't laugh too hard. What is wrong with that picture? I got to undo all those cam bolts, pull off the panel again, and reverse this panel. Son of a bitch. Damn it. No, guys, you're not seeing. It should be black there. It's talk about your basic dejection. All right, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Okay. It's been 3 hours and 10 minutes. There's no point in me going further now. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm doing it live. Okay. So you can see my fuck ups and not do it yourself. So no, Stock Jock, it's not on you guys at all. Okay. I should have seen that. I should have caught it. I've built enough arcade one-ups to know better. I'm kind of mad at myself. So now is a good time for me to go eat because I need to get nourishment and then come back at this. Get a little refresh. So guys, thanks for watching the stream. And I'll label this a part 1, and then the second stream I do will be part 2, and we'll finish it up. Bummer. Okay, guys. Well, I'll see you in a little bit. Okay. So everybody go get dinner, and I don't know what time I'll fire back up, but you'll get a notification. Hopefully, make sure you hit the bell for notification. Okay. Yeah, eye on the prize. I realize that. It is beautiful what I see so far, but yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you in a little bit. Stay good, and always remember that I got next.